Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Dorian will be at its closest point to the U.S. coastline in the next 24 hours, but will it be a direct hit to the Carolinas?
Also, a controversial issue facing new backlash with a new push to oppose facial recognition technology in the city of Detroit. Thanks for staying up with us. The chief of police says it is needed to fight crime, and not everyone agrees.
Well, now the fight could be headed to Lansing. Jermont Terry is live at police headquarters with where this issue now stands. Jermont?
Kimberly, tonight the police commission, it's reviewing the revisions about the usage of facial recognition changes made by Chief Craig. But as that's all under review, we should point out those who are opposed to this altogether, they're taking their fight to the state capitol. As the final days of summer roll around, there's one issue still heating up.
This is the single greatest threat to your civil rights.
Dozens gathered to voice opposition against the controversial facial recognition technology Detroit police want to expand. Chief James Craig adamant there are no plans for DPD to use the technology with real-time surveillance.
The bottom line is that they've had this technology for a year and a half, and they've been using it unchecked. So we shouldn't, as a community, be expected to just trust them.
Chief Craig spent the past 3 months offering tours of the Real-Time Crime Center. He's trying to convince the police commission and community this is an effective crime-fighting tool when used properly.
I am absolutely confident that the way we use this technology is the way it should be used.
But if the commissioners support the expansion, there's a new push to override the decision, and it's not at City Hall.
My bill is a 5-year moratorium, which says let's have a pause so we can have the debate and discussion.
State Rep Isaac Robinson says he believes there's bipartisan support for House Bill 4810.
We don't need Big Brother watching our every move.
So as the commission ponders to move forward or not, the debate goes beyond the 313 area code.
And we would love it if in the future the chief wanted to come by as well and hear the voice of the people, which is saying clearly, shut it down.
Now, there was previously a bill knocked down already in Lansing. However, that particular bill looked at a block and/or stop of facial recognition altogether. This bill that Robinson is proposing, it only involves a 5-year moratorium so that there can be a discussion. Still unclear where that stands tonight. Reporting live outside DPD headquarters, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Okay, Jermont. Devin.
The university has been hit with the largest ever fine from the United States Department of Education. $4.5 million for the school's failings in dealing with Larry Nassar and his former boss, William Strample. $4.5 million, and that was a settlement. The fallout was immediate. Mara McDonald in East Lansing tonight. The fine comes a day before the MSU Board of Trustees meets.
It will have to deal with that report, a report that just savages the former university president as well as Provost June Youatt. Well, she was provost until the feds dropped this, and she resigned today. To put into context what MSU has just been slapped with, Penn State was fined $2.4 million for the Jerry Sandusky debacle. MSU is being hit with $4.5 million. And while most students were busy with their classes today and hadn't heard, some were aware.
Most of the students were concerned about it affecting tuition rates, and especially because most of us in the classes are last year. In a
53-page letter to MSU from the Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights, it details all the reasons for that fine, starting with mishandling investigating claims against Larry Nassar, what the report calls a complete failure.
I remember when it dropped because my roommate he worked for the people who called the alumni or called friends of the university, and they literally had to take a week off of calling people because every time they called people, they would just say, MSU's terrible, don't ask me for any money.
What comes next seems unbelievable. MSU had serious complaints about Nassar's boss, medical school dean William Strample, for more than 16 years. And it specifically calls out former MSU president Lou Anna Simon and June Youatt, who was provost until this afternoon when she resigned.
I think what happened was terrible. I think what happened was disgusting. But overall, I think Michigan State still a good institute. I think there's a lot of redeeming qualities that we do in research, that we do in how we go about education. So yeah, overall, I'm still happy I came here.
What you heard out of Travis is really what we heard out of most of the students and alums here. They hate what happened. it doesn't mean they don't still love their school. We're in East Lansing. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
And in addition to that fine, the university is required to overhaul its Title IX office and how it deals with complaints like those leveled against Nassar and Strample.
The death toll from Hurricane Dorian has now risen to 30 in the Bahamas, with the government expecting that number to climb dramatically. It comes as the storm is making its way to the Carolinas, bringing strong winds and heavy rain on the coastline. Hurricane Dorian crawling along the coast of the Carolinas.
We have a long night ahead of us.
The slow-moving storm unleashing a powerful barrage of wind, rain, and storm surge. High tide forced a driver to abandon this SUV.
People need to be careful tonight, and we'd rather them stay home and hunker down.
While the eye is off the coast, it is still menacing the Carolinas.
Holy crap.
Dorian is blamed for more than 20 possible tornadoes in the Carolinas.
You could hear the roaring sound, so you knew it was high wind. And you could see afterwards, once it got light, the tree branches knocked off up high, and then all the trees just snapped off.
Flooding also blamed on the storm.
When I saw the water, I was trying to back up, but I couldn't back up because there was 2 trucks behind me.
The streets of downtown Charleston hidden by floodwater. And there could be more on the way. A massive storm surge could leave even more of the Carolinas underwater. Yeah, the new track of the storm was just released. Ben, any change since the last update?
It's getting closer in spots. In fact, this has really been taunting the Carolina coast. You can see the center of it there on the radar. It's not technically a landfall until the center of the storm actually makes its way onto shore. And that may not happen at all. And if it does, it's likely going to be in the Outer Banks, probably sometime tomorrow. Wind gusts right now are anywhere between 40 and 45 miles per hour from Wilmington a little bit further north. And look how far north some of those 45-mile-an-hour gusts get, even away from the storm. But as Kim mentioned, it's really going to be the water that's the issue. This is a Category 2 storm with sustained winds of 100 miles an hour. It's going to get faster and it's going to slow down. And you didn't see it there, but it could make landfall possibly in Nova Scotia once it's done into the Carolinas. So we're going to continue to monitor Dorian. Of course, we'll have the latest on our forecast in just a few minutes. Kim?
Okay, Ben. Murder charges are looming for the suspect at the center of a serial killer investigation in Detroit. This is video of D'Angelo Martin in court recently on an unrelated sex assault charge. The Wayne County Prosecutor's Office is reviewing 4 homicide warrants for Martin. He's linked to the murders in June after women's bodies were found in vacant homes on Detroit's east side.
A man convicted of attacking a Muslim woman inside a hospital last year has apparently struck again, this time in Garden City. A 45-year-old woman was visiting her father inside the Garden City Hospital back in June when John DeLees allegedly got up from his hospital bed and punched her in the face. An attorney representing both women says staffers should have been aware of DeLees' past behavior.
John DeLees comes out from behind the curtain and whacks her, full fist, right across her face. As you can see by the photos, it was a pretty significant injury to her face. You know, the emotional trauma, of course, is worse because she didn't expect it.
DeLees was charged for assault and battery but failed to show up in court, and police so far have not yet located him again.
Tonight, neighbors are voicing their disapproval of a proposed apartment complex on the grounds of a school building in Sylvan Lake.
A group has gathered nearly 800 signatures opposing the new complex. They're concerned about what the rezoning would bring to their small town community, which has fewer than 2,000 residents.
We love development. Bring it on, but comply with our zoning ordinance.
So the energy in the room is critical, that you can't let your energy wane. Okay, you can't, you just can't. If you believe that you don't want this to happen, you have to keep this at a very high level personnel.
That's what's been said so far, and a public hearing on the rezoning at the Planning Commission is scheduled for October 1st.
Well, it turns out a prowler we told you about earlier this week is really up to no good. Police in New Baltimore believe the man in a surveillance video that we'll show you here may be involved in a string of home invasions in New Baltimore. We showed you this video on Monday of the man lurking and peeking into a home. Well, police say this man may have been involved in 2 home invasions on Alfred Street and another on Washington near 24 Mile. The intruder stole a purse in both break-ins.
A new bill going to Governor Whitmer's desk is looking to put an end to the rise of porch pirate thievery in Michigan. The bill would make stealing mail and packages a state-level crime. Supporters say tougher laws are needed to deter these porch pirates. The first offense would be a misdemeanor. A second offense would result in felony charges. And Governor Whitmer does plan to sign the bill into law.
Still ahead, dozens of families left stunned inside a California courtroom.
The verdict that caused gasps and tears from relatives and friends of 36 people killed in a warehouse fire.
And a violent crash right in front of a family's home, but it was what happened immediately after the collision that led to several arrests.
But coming up first, something could be inside e-cigarettes causing life-threatening illnesses all across the country.
I was just sick and sick, kept getting sicker, and I didn't know what it was.
We'll go inside a lab working to solve this medical mystery next.
It's Time Savers Week on Local 4 News Today. Tomorrow, just repel it. Does it actually repel all stains? Putting it to the test to see if it actually works. On Local 4 News Today.
Tomorrow at 5, a suit jacket. You might just put one on for special occasions. You might wear one to work. But for some, putting on a blazer is life-changing.
I'm not gonna lie, it made me cry.
Find out who's helping this Detroit mom give her children something she says her mother never could.
I never thought that I would be able to purchase a house, provide for my kids.
And it all starts with the right outfit.
I'll take you inside the place that's dressing people for success beyond their dreams.
Tomorrow on Local 4 News at 5.